quarter where his company's headed. Ron, welcome back to Mad Money.
Hey, Jim, how you doing, buddy?
Well, I got to tell you, Ron, I'm all excited about Panera 2.0. But you laid out a story in your conference call that's multi-year. And you were very clear that you had to do heavy investing to make it work. Why shouldn't we just wait until that happens, take profits, because we're recommending the stock forever, and see how things go? Why buy Panera Bread stock now?
Well, two things, Jim, just to correct it. We laid it out on the last conference call, and then we laid it out, this vision or plan for the future at a investor day a month ago. Each time we did that, the stock went up double digits. We laid it out again. We discussed it on this conference call. Stock went down. So I think you see over a period of time, the market believes intensely in this vision. I think the question is, what's it going to take and what's going to happen in the short term? To your point, listen, a stock is not worth on any given day what its stock price is. The question is, where's this company going to be in 3 months, a year, 3 years, and 5? And as a CEO who's essentially run this company for the better part of 2 decades, Jim, we've made every 5 to 7 years investments in restaging the company. They've each led to expanded earnings and expanded growth. We intend to do that again.
All right, well, let's talk about the need for changes. I mean, I went to my Panera last night. I got the Thai chicken salad, French baguette.
Which one, Florham Park?
No, I went to the one in Short Hills.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was $10.81. I got my meal. I timed it in under 3 minutes. I had no more than 10 seconds at the register. And I said to myself, well, this is about as good as it's going to get. What needs to change?
Oh, Jim, I'll give you an example, right? If you have a takeout order, you've got to come into the store. You've got to wait in a line. You get to the front of the line. You got to place your order. You got to hope it gets ordered in right. You walk over to another place. I call it the mosh pit. You're waiting to get your food. You play a game I call Find Your Food. Your sandwiches are here. Your beverages are there. Your condoms are there. Think about that. That took you 3, 4, 5 minutes. Compare it to what it could be. Place your order on the web. Place your order mobilely. Tell us the time you want the food. Walk into the store. Pick up your food, and you're out in 10 seconds. Jim, I did it with my son today. One of the 14 stores where we've done this already is right near my home. My son, I dropped him off at the light 30 feet from the front of the store. He was back at the curb waiting for me before I could pull around after the red light.
That's exactly what I want, Ron. I mean, I was taking it out. I wasn't keeping it in. There was no I just wanted to get in and get out. I was happy with 5 minutes, but you're absolutely right. I'd much rather have it in 30 seconds. And I guess that is possible because I didn't go to an app or anything. I still had to go to the register. I knew exactly what I wanted. And it did take that long.
And I'll tell you something else, Jim. I had a breakfast meeting not too long ago at a Panera. I got there, as I usually do, right at 9 o'clock, right as the meeting was to begin. The folks I was meeting with, a university president, obviously asking for money, he was there, and his associate, they had already had their coffee. I walked over to him, and he said to me, Ron, do you want a cup of coffee? Do you want a baked good? And I thought to myself, I got 30 minutes for this meeting. Do I want to take 4 or 5 minutes to wait in the line, wait for my drink to get made? Do I really want to take up 10, 15, 20% of my meeting time on this? And I said to myself, wouldn't it be great if I could just sit down, go to my website, go to my mobile phone, place the order off my favorites, and have the food delivered to me. That's the vision that we imagine. And the reality is people talk about this all the time as technology. I think you know technology is the hot item in 2014 in our industry. The funny thing is this isn't about technology. This is all about guest experience, and that's what's made Panera the success it's been.
Well, so this would change what you called the desire to friction ratio.
Absolutely.
Well, I guess
yes, absolutely. It's the.
Go ahead.
No. It's like anything else, Jim. Right? This whole business comes down to competitive position. Do customers choose to walk past our competitors to come to us? What drives that decision to come to us? What first drives it is the desire. How much do I want it? Am I willing to go out of my way for it? Is it worth it? Does it excite me? The other side to it is, what is the friction? What inhibits me from going? What is friction? Friction is price. Friction is time. Friction is negative energy. And we spend our lives trying to increase the differential between desire and friction. It's about a lot more than a value proposition. It's about a consumer proposition and how the consumer gets excited.
Well, Ron, one last question. At the same time, and there was an article today about how wheat is going up in price. I know a lot of raw costs are going up for just the stuff that you serve that I love. How can you handle those costs while you're reinventing the company?
Yeah, I mean, the reality, Jim, is we're forward bought generally about 80% into the next 12 months. We're generally in a very good place relative to it. We've structured our company because we ladder in our purchases, so we have the ability, if there is inflation, to adjust our menu pricing. There will be a modest price increase in Panera to adjust for some of this inflation. This comes and goes. The reality, Jim, and you know it better than anybody else, I as a CEO, my team, we're paid to figure out where the consumer is going to be in 3 and 5 years and position this company to get there. And the kinds of things that we have talked about over 25 years that have built our success, that will continue to build our success, are initiatives like Panera 2.0, where we take this company and we position it into the future.
You're right. All I can say is you're right. That's Ron Shaich, founder, chairman, CEO of Panera Bread. Now I see why you would want to go through the wilderness to get where you have to go. Pretty good story. After the break, I'll try to make even more money.
Coming up, searching for green? The growing